This announcement is going to be brought up in every single episode of Stranger Things. Whether or not if you're a fan of my channel, I just want to let those of you who are watching this reaction know that I have many more planned. On screen, you can see a small fraction of some of the reactions I have planned between movies and series that have already aired. But any new shows that will drop later on, such as the House of Dragon series and The Last of Us, for example, are still things I'm going to react to outside of this list. So if any of these catch your eye, be sure to come swing by, as these reactions and many more are going to be dropping throughout the year and in the future. And as I mentioned, there will be unlisted / surprise ones, so we will just have to wait on that. How's it going, folks? It's Lobo, and today we have Stranger Things Season 4. Holy shit, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. Before we get started today, you can find a number of videos and reactions. If you want to get caught up on any of those, you can find those on the description and on my channel as well. But now that I'm thinking about it, this is actually the only show on my channel where I've watched the previous seasons, and I'm actually very excited for it. I'm not saying that I haven't been excited for everything else I've watched on my channel, but this is different because of the fact that I've seen every single season from when it first aired in 2016. Like, I've been a long time fan, so this is something different I've actually never done on my channel. So we're experiencing this at the same time versus me catching up on a series that's already aired, or a Disney Plus miniseries that's brand new and everyone's reacting to, but there's been nothing really before that. But I'm going to keep this very short because I don't want to prolong this too long. I just want to dive right in. So all I'm going to say is that I have seen the trailers, if you're wondering what I know about this new season. Of course, based on the third season with the sort of end credit scene where it was in Russia, and you get the feeling when they say, ooh, not the American, I knew Hopper was there. All the way back in 2019, I'm like, Jim ain't dead. He's my favorite character, by the way. I'm like, he ain't dead. He's alive in Russia. He maybe jumped through the portal. There was some sort of event that transported him into the gate that's in Russia with the Demogorgon. So he's alive. I know that. I know that 11 went with the Byers and they moved to, I think, California or somewhere. I originally thought it was going to be Maine, but no, that was Bob's idea in season 2. So I think they gone to California, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'll find out soon enough. But I know this also takes place during spring break, if I'm not mistaken. And there are going to be flashbacks of 11 when she's younger with Papa. So I'm like, how did they do that? How did they sort of make, well, they used deep fake and probably de-aged 11 a bit, because now all the cast members who are supposed to be entering high school in freshman year or whatever, they're around 20 years old now. So it's been a while. There was a 3-year gap between season 3 and season 4, like real life. I know that had to do with what happened in 2020, but if I'm not mistaken, in 2020 they also released a teaser for Hopper being alive in Russia. I think it was With Love from Russia. So yeah, they've kind of been working on this new season a long time. I know it has a huge budget, so I'm very excited to get started. And yeah, we're just going to do this. I'm going to go over all the other sort of details on characters and stuff. I'll save that junk for later. I was going to do it in the beginning because usually when I start a new season or a new series, I always do a 10 to 15 minute pre-discussion just to lay the foundation of what I know, what I'm excited about. Then every other episode that follows, I just keep it to like a minute or 2 minutes. But now I'm going to keep this very short, 5 minutes. So yeah, we're going to dive right in. I'm very excited. As I mentioned, I've recently rewatched the series. I've seen the series several times over, so I'm a big fan of this show. And for me personally, every season has gotten better in my taste than what I like. So the newest, latest season prior to this, season 3, was my favorite. Season 2, second favorite. And season 1 was my least favorite, but not like, oh god, I hated it. I really loved it, but for me, it just got progressively better. So we'll discuss that later. Here we go. Stranger Things season 4. You can catch these reactions coming all throughout the week. You don't have to wait for one a week. Nah, I'm doing this all right now. We're banging out these 7 episodes. So yeah, just check out my channel in the future, in the next week, and you can find all the reactions to Stranger Things. So yeah, man, let's go. This looks more like fall than springtime. Maybe this is a flashback. And it's definitely Hawkins, too. Damn, this kid's got aim. Mr. Clark, maybe? This has to be someone we know. Oh, it's gonna be Papa. Okay, this is a flashback. 1979. Okay, this was like 4 or 5 years ago at this point. Whoa, it's all the other numbers. Kind of cringy, but I think it'll be kind of a cool moment if someone was saying to 11, you can't defeat me. And then it's like, because I'm number 1 or whatever. And they're like the most powerful. I don't know. I'm just geeking out. This sounds so fucking dumb.
Are you up for some more lessons?
Oh, it had the upside down sound.
Okay. What do you see?
A yellow circle. The sun.
Very good. It's supposed to be a dog.
It looks like a cow.
It does, doesn't it?
He actually seems to care about number 10. Or at least be gentle. This is very weird.
Orient.
They're screaming.
Why are they screaming?
6 conductor hours. Dead. They're both dead.
Jesus. I don't know if any of the other kids have her powers, but this looks like 11 did this. It would make sense, then she would be the only one left. Oh my god, dude, this is so dark. I knew season 4 was gonna be the darkest because the Duffer Brothers promised it.
What have you done?
She really did do it. You know, I did read the message in the beginning, so I can see what they were saying, but completely different situation. What happened in real life is terrible, but this is still something very dark as well.
Is day 185. Feels more like 10 years.
She already sounds so much older.
Not a robot. You do realize that, don't you?
She says she loves the freedom. Will is... Jonathan is acting weird also.
Yeah, I knew he became a
He's just nervous
pothead.
about college.
And he's got the longer hair now.
And he and Jonathan like to smoke smelly plants together. Jonathan says the plants are super safe because they come from the earth.
Right on. I mean, this is a parody of California Dreamin', but I still love the song.
I have made lots of friends.
You sure about that?
Shit! You have 30 seconds or I'm leaving without you. Okay, 30 seconds!
Okay, I have to find my pants!
At least Mike kind of sounds the same. I mean, it looks a lot older, though.
Dusty, what's going on in there? You're gonna be late. Don't come in, I'm naked! Ain't got time here.
Just hold your horses.
Oh, I love Dustin.
I see it.
Oh, they're hacking into the report card.
I will repent later.
She's changing his grades. Damn.
Are you listening?
Yes,
What did I say? What did I just say?
Something about sex with Linda.
No, I'm talking about Heidi.
Cut me some slack, please.
Oh, is that Lucas? Lucas joined the basketball team?
Think about our heroic police chief, Jim Hopper. Think about each and every one of our friends who perished in that fire. Let's win this game. Let's win this game for them. And that's exactly what we do.
I don't get the big deal. Just talk to Eddie. Get him to move Hellfire to another night.
Just talk to Eddie.
Look, I'm tired of being bullied. I'm tired of girls laughing at us. I'm tired of feeling like a loser. Have that chance. I skipped tonight. That's all out the window.
I mean, he's being reasonable. Lucas season 1 was so annoying, but he was like really a kid then. But he's chilled out with age. Become more wise.
Give the money that you'll save on gas and
Got a nice house.
Nothing.
Carol, can I...
It's from Russia. I don't think anybody knows about Jim.
And that is why I have chosen Helen Keller as my hero.
100% faking.
Jane.
Got a bad feeling about this.
For my hero, I chose my dad.
Oh, it's so sad, man.
He is a squirrel. My dad was in the newspaper.
Your local paper?
He saved lots of lives in a mall fire. And he was my hero too.
It's not what I'm saying at all.
It wasn't that bad.
Friends don't lie.
I'm not lying. Ow.
I think that's the first time she ever called Hopper her dad. Oh, man. Thank God she had Will there. That could have been so much worse. I knew that blonde chick was going to be a bitch. I'm sorry. But you could just tell by the way she was like, that's why my hero... You could just see through people, or at least I can. I know when someone's a secret asshole.
Working 2 jobs, so it's not easy.
Must not be easy for you either, with your stepdad gone.
I was going to say I felt like Billy's dad would have bailed.
It's like you're not even here anymore. It's like you're a ghost or something.
Good luck.
I think it's sweet how much he actually cared for Billy despite all his flaws, but... She's puking, went to see the counselor. What is she, pregnant?
Please just go away.
Are you deaf? I said go away.
Chrissy?
Oh, shit, man. What the fuck?
You hear me? Open the goddamn door, Chrissy.
I did see at the end of the trailer, they have like a humanoid villain now. I think it's called Vecna. It's supposed to be like the mind of everything. And intelligent and manipulative or some shit. It sounds very cool, so.
You want something, freak?
Damn. I already like this guy. He does not give a shit about anything. No shame, no fear. Hell yeah.
Postpone?
Oh, no.
Over my dead
Cult of Vecna?
I don't want to postpone it. We don't want to postpone it.
There it is, Vecna.
I'm gonna flip him the bird. I'm gonna snatch that diploma and I'm gonna
Run, yeah.
Where the hell have you been?
I have karate
Murray.
1 to 3 on Friday. Doll in the mail.
Yes.
And it's creepy.
Oh, yes.
And you
Joyce always knows, man. Do not doubt her.
She has nipples. Cracked.
Cracked.
Something inside.
The porcelain cracked and they...
call it a weeder. You get it, man? Like a feeder?
If I play, do I get one of those cool t-shirts?
Yes.
Really?
Everyone gets a t-shirt.
Dustin, come on, man. You gotta see
Being
this.
sarcastic.
There you go.
Come on, talk to me. Tell me things. Wear a helmet.
Oh, ask Erica. Can't spell America without Erica. Some people found her character annoying. I thought she was hilarious, man. And they gave her the D&D set at the end of season 3, so it make perfect sense. Ew. What the hell is going on here? Oh, they smoke together.
I'll do a half ounce for 20. What do you say? It's plenty of bang for your buck. Should last you a while.
Do you have anything... maybe... stronger?
Very disappointing, Jane. Let's talk after break.
I mean, she really didn't go to middle school, elementary. That's why I was wondering, like, how is she gonna fit into high school with no pre-knowledge?
Oh my god! I am so sorry.
She's gonna try to use her powers and nothing's gonna work.
Angela!
I tripped.
Aw, come on, don't cover for them.
You come with me.
I didn't do anything.
Elle. Sorry. We'll fix it together, okay?
You could have easily just smashed this against the driveway.
Belly is pregnant with an explosive device. You will soon be thanking me.
Oh, that's why. I would have just smashed it.
Are you there? Talk to me, Joyce! 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 Do you see a bug? Anything with wires?
It's a note. Hop is alive. Oh, now she knows? Holy shit! Oh man, she can tell Elle. I mean, it looked like Hop is alive, but I was just kind of... I feel like it's Russian English gibberish.
I won a championship like right after you graduated.
You know, yeah, that's an interesting point.
Poor Steve. Why would the Russians tell her that? What's the point?
Tammy Thompson!
Oh, this is the one Robin liked originally.
Were you asking me a question? Oh, okay. She sounds amazing, doesn't she?
Maybe I should stop wearing headphones. This hurts. Yep, they got Erica. I feel like they're gonna be mad they brought someone from middle school, but Erica takes no prisoners. Erica will eat this guy alive, man.
So, we gonna do this? Or we gonna keep chit-chatting like this is your mommy's book club?
Welcome to Hellfire.
Hell yeah. Stop slamming the table, you're gonna mess up all the pieces. Come on, Lucas. Lucas and Erica, the Sinclairs. Imagine if she hits a nat 20. She did hit it! Well, Lucas got exactly what he wanted.
For the first time in 22 years.
Can't have everything.
Lucas Sinclair. He must be feeling on top of the world right now.
Oh, she listened. Damn, he's really got the moves. This guy's got charisma level 20. Shit.
You sure you have it?
No, I got it. Somewhere.
It's time.
Going to look absolutely beautiful.
What the hell? Man, what is up with her?
Dad!
Chrissy?
So it's like in her head.
Chrissy?
She's not actually moving.
Hello? Hey.
Are her eyes a different color? Ah, spiders.
Up, Chrissy! Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up!
Oh man. I heard this was mostly practical. It looks awesome.
It's time for your suffering to end.
Shit, man. What the hell? Oh! What a first episode, bro. Holy shit. As I said, I saw the trailer So with that thing happening to where she was levitating, in the trailer it looked like Max was also levitating. It looked like Billy's grave. So is she infected too? Or like what is going on? We're going to have to talk about this more, but I got to take a little break. It's so hot in here, man. Holy shit. I have so many questions. And all the new people besides Chrissy, I did not remember any of their names. I think his name is Ed, potentially. Eddie? Ed? Maybe? I don't know. Dude, there are a lot of new characters. I heard that too. I heard a report saying there was going to be an abundance of new characters to the point where the show felt like, damn, there's a lot of characters. We got to start killing them Game of Thrones style. So, yeah, we'll talk about this, though. All right, so there we have it. Episode 1 of Season 4. And being honest, it felt like a first episode for a new season. It was a lot of introductory type of things to where we have an abundance of new characters. And it was more so focusing on that just so you're like up to speed on who these people are, how they're going to play their part in the story, how are they going to be integrated. So we know that. And yet I know none of their names except for Chrissy because it's on her little cheerleader outfit. And I think the dude's name with her like the dungeon master guy, I think his name is Ed. Potentially. I said that earlier. I'm still like unsure. And then the other dudes part of their D&D squad, I have no idea about their names. And you flip over to Jonathan in California. He's got a new amigo who I don't know his name either. They said it at the beginning, but it's different because I've never watched Stranger Things and reacted before. I've said this a lot of times, and a lot of people who have tried to react know. When you do it and start talking, it sort of jumbles your thoughts and lessens your ability to hear and process, so things are very delayed. So simple things don't click, they go through you. And that's like one of the downsides that reacting. I mean, it's cool to get a reaction, but it kind of makes information go in one way, out the other. So definitely going to take me a few more episodes until I fully understand the names. But I could actually just look them up on Google, but I'm not going to do that because when you search for things, it gives you answers that you don't want to know. So it's going to be like, oh, spoiler. Let's say I'm like, who's this character? What's their name? And then it's going to be like, blah, blah, blah. Here's how they die and see episode 6 or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not doing that. And I'm just going to wait until they reinforce their name by just calling them repeatedly to where I'm like, it's clicking. I know their name. Again, I've never reacted to Stranger Things before, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but fun nonetheless. And I'm very excited for the next episode, which I am going to get started. It's surprising because I've never really done this before to where I'm watching episodes in a row, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to keep these discussions short, but we pretty much caught up with what everyone's doing. Mike and Dustin are trying to stay in their D&D squad. They have a new party, technically. I mean, Mike didn't make that promise to Will. Will said he wouldn't really need to get a new party, but Mike is just kind of like, people change and their decisions never hold, but it's just, Mike's got some new people. I mean, they're going to be graduating, so it doesn't really matter. And they had Erica join them. They had Erica take the place of Lucas, who's off with the basketball team now. He wants to be popular. He wants to be different in the high school, so good on him for wanting to do something different, but you can tell by his mannerisms and his expression, like, he still misses his friends. He still wants to be with them. It's hard to live a double life, even though it's something so simple as high school being in 2 different friend groups. It's sometimes the simplest things are the most difficult. You can't really have everything. And he has to sort of balance and find a balance between the two because it's like, what do I do? Because he's just testing things out as he's getting older. But again, it's just funny because I said these people are all around 20 now and they're playing 14, 15 is freshman year, I think, age-wise. The seniors in high school, whenever they have a show, all look like they're 27 or 28. I'm like, that is not a kid. Hey, I know. It's like the bizarrest thing why they do that. They never I've always said this. They never cast anyone who's a teenager. They'll cast little kids like 10 and below. But when it comes to a teenager, they'll never do it. They'll look for someone in their 20s to play a teenager. I don't understand why. Why do we skip the teens for actors and just jump to 20 or go to 10? I don't know why. That's just something that has always boggled my mind. But moving around again, we have Nancy and Jonathan, who look actually to still be going strong. It's not that I'm surprised by that, but I don't know. It's like I almost felt like they would have been more distant to where they were both in parallel saying that they love each other and all the reasons that they're great. They have that shared trauma, as Murray was saying in the original season 2. But I was just a little surprised. I'm like, damn, they're really working out with this long distance, even though they're not going to see each other during spring break. So I'm like, that's Interesting. And they're trying to go to the same college, so they certainly have plans for the future at the very least. And Joyce has a new job working from home, trying to sell what looks like books, volumed books. Definitely out of date. I mean, it's the 80s, so we don't have that shit anymore. It's kind of like in Friends when Joey bought one of the books when he tried to sell him the collection. He had like no money. But anyway, Joyce looks to be doing pretty good. I mean, they moved to California. She's taken care of 3 kids now because she added 11 who's using her birth certificate name of Jane Hopper. So I'm like, damn. I mean, the house looks nice. It's got palm trees. It looks pretty spacious. It looks like it has a basement and pretty big living room. So yeah, she's doing well with her job, but still she has her suspicions about everything. I mean, she got a doll from Russia. That's the one thing. It's not that I was confused by it, but I was kind of disappointed in a way. Not like majorly, but it said Hop is alive. And I'm like, I kind of wish it was a bit more dramatic, that the way she found out, like, oh my God, Hop is alive. Like, rather than the Russians being like, oh, we took a bunch of letters from the magazine and cut them out individually and glued them all together to make like a Riddler type of letter saying Hop is alive, and then we're gonna stuff it in a doll and send it to you. I'm like, just why? I don't get that. What do they have to gain? I'm sure it's gonna be explained, but what do they have to gain out of it? They have the American. They're making them look like the railroads or whatever in the trailer from 2020, but they're not feeding him to the Demogorgon. Like, what's the point of having an American who can't even speak Russian only to have labor with if you're just gonna kill everyone else regardless? I don't understand. What is the point of him? Is he like a negotiating piece? But how would that work? And what do they have to gain by telling Joyce? Are they luring them there? Is it going to be some sort of transfer? Like, just the one point I'm iffy on. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. I thought it'd be something to where it was almost like a life sign, to where you find tracks that are sort of clues that a person is alive, and then you believe it on your own rather than having the answer laid out in front of you. I know it'd be hard for them to discover Hop is alive when he's thousands of miles away, but I think you get my point. Where I just find it better when a character is able to come up with something on their own, and then like their reaction when they're like, oh my God, piecing the pieces together, they're alive still. There's a possibility. So, I don't know. That's the one little thing I'm disappointed by. And that little scene of the cardboard cutout when they were saying they're heroes and she actually called Hopper her dad, that got me a little emotional, man, especially when they were picking on her and she was getting visibly upset. I'm like, God, dude, I feel bad, man. That's just, oh, that hits hard. It would hit a lot harder if you didn't know Hopper was alive, but we do. But it was still a great scene. I mean, every sort of emotional scene that Millie Bobby Brown has done in Stranger Things, whenever it's like her screaming or seeming upset, she does a really good job with the facial expressions. Like, you would actually sense pain, whether it's emotional or physical. So she always does a phenomenal job. So in that moment with her acting and just like the sheer situation and how it is, the implication of like, oh yeah, her dead dad who died a hero who's not really dead, but she doesn't know yet. It does make a very emotional scene. So I thought that was a great scene. Just makes me feel sad though. But yeah, I'm going to end it off here. I'm very excited to find out more about Vecna, the villain, and why Chrissy is imagining her parents who appear to be dead. And she's not really in the Upside Down. It looks more like actual house, but this time just insert a monster from the Upside Down. So it's not quite the Upside Down. She's not moving in physical space. It's in her mind, but has a reaction to her body physically. Kind of like Will with the Mind Flare in Season 2, to where he was standing on the field, got affected in the Upside Down, and it manifested in the real world. But that was different because, as I mentioned, he was actually in the Upside Down to where Chrissy doesn't even see it. So that's very interesting in itself. So I'm waiting to see how this all pans out with this story, and what is the significance of clocks too. Because we have reoccurring clocks, and I even said it is time as a joke, but then he said it is time. Almost kind of like when the Mind Flayer wanted to have the Flayed, and it was time for them to sort of merge into bodies. So obviously there's a grand plan for the Upside Down and its inhabitants to invade the Earth, to invade our reality. As they said, they wanted to build an army in Season 3 just to take down 11, so there was no one to stop them. But she doesn't have her powers now, so who's going to do it? So yeah, very excited to find out. I'm going to start episode 2 now. Very excited. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. As I mentioned, you can catch the rest of my reactions throughout the week. This is going to be dropping all week long. I'm going to do every episode 1 through 7. And of course, we have to wait for episode 8 and 9. And episode 9 is like a movie, man. 2.5 hours, that's going to be a nice time. That's dropping in July, I believe. So yeah, we're going to end on a cliffhanger with episode 7. So as I mentioned, hope you guys enjoyed. And until then, I'll catch you folks in episode 2.